thank you as always for tuning in and watching my videos. So today we're going to be doing an all levels vinyasa flow. So there will be some options and modifications in there. It should be suitable for all. But as always, just make sure that you are looking after yourself, keep checking back in with yourself, listening to your body, take breaks whenever you need to, and enjoy. So if you have blocks available, maybe just have some blocks to hand. If you don't have any blocks or bricks, you can use some books if you've maybe got some thick books just to help as props in some of the positions. If not, don't worry. So we're going to start in a kneeling position today. So if you just come to kneel on your mat. Now if this is really uncomfortable to you, just come to any seated position that you are going to be able to sit in for about 5 minutes or so. But if you can't come to the kneeling, then just come to meet here, bringing the hands just to rest in your lap, maybe with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Close down through your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose as you roll your shoulders up, back and down on your exhale. Find some length through your spine, growing tall through the crown of your head. Just take this moment to settle into your mat, to arrive on your mats and into your practice. And really feel that which is connecting with your mat here, or maybe the earth beneath you. So feeling the tops of your feet, your shins as they ground down into that support. Tuning out the external and into the internal. Observing how you're feeling right now in your physical body, how you're feeling mentally and emotionally in this moment. Maybe taking a second to reflect upon why it is you've maybe rolled your mat out, or why it is you've come to this video today, what it is that you are wanting or needing to give yourself in this moment. And just set an intention for your practice to give yourself exactly that, to honour that. And taking your awareness to your breath now. Not changing anything at first, just simply observing, being the watcher. Feeling, noticing the rise, the fall of your body as you inhale and as you exhale. And then just starting to deepen the breath now. Breathing in and out through your nose as you inhale, feeling the expansion, feeling your belly balloon. And as you exhale, feeling that release, navel drawing back in towards your spine. Again, as you inhale, feeling your belly balloon. And then drawing that breath up into your rib cage, into your chest, your heart space, your whole body full. Pause there. And exhale, releasing that breath. Allowing your navel to draw back towards your spine. Again, breathing in deeply through your nose, belly balloons, expands. Draw that breath up into your rib cage, into your heart space. Pausing. And exhale, releasing that breath. Allowing any tension you may feel to fizzle away within. So throughout your practice, if you feel your mind wandering, just come back to your breath, to the sensation of the rise, of the fall of your body, bringing you back to the present moment, to the internal, time and time again. So keeping your eyes closed now, just gently start to rotate your head, your neck round in circles, gently one way. And the opposite way. And then coming to stillness. As you inhale, sweep both hands up above your head, interlace your fingers. And then flipping your hands around, palms pushing up towards the ceiling here. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and continue to find length through your spine as you simultaneously draw down through your sit bones. Big breath in, and as you exhale, sweep those hands back down, bring the palms of your hands to your sacrum. Open through your chest, shoulder blades squeeze together, chin lifts. And exhale. Taking those hands to your knees now, draw your shoulder blades apart, chin comes to chest, rounding through your upper back, hollowing through your middle. Inhale, hands to sacrum, chest lifts, projecting, shining your heart space forward. Exhale. Palms to knees, shoulder blades draw apart. And then slowly come to walk your hands out in front of you now. We're coming into our puppy pose. So staying in your kneeling position, maybe just take your knees a little wider apart, reaching those hands in front of you. Find length as you inhale, then as you exhale, allow your chest to melt in towards your mat. Sit bones stay lifted here, and you should feel this through your shoulders, opening through your chest. You should feel it in your upper, middle, your lower back. Just continue allowing your chest to melt in towards that support beneath you. And releasing, popping the weight back into the palms of your hands here, tuck your toes under. Lift your bottom up and back. We're coming into our first downward facing dog of the practice. So you might just want to walk your dog out here, bring some movement in, maybe bending at alternate knees. Or taking any other movement that feels good for you right now, maybe rock from side to side or back and forth. Really lift those sit bones up and back, almost towards where the back wall meets the ceiling. Spread your fingers wide and ground through all parts of your hands. Come to stillness, drawing those sit bones down towards your mat, your heels down. As you inhale now, come up onto your tiptoes. Roll forward into a high plank, shoulders stacked over wrists. Drop down to your knees, and then as you exhale, Lower back into your child's pose. Back to downward facing dog. Again, come onto tiptoes as you inhale. Rolling forward into high plank. Exhale, knees drop down, push back to your child's pose. And then coming back into your downward facing dog one more time. Come up onto tiptoes. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop down to knees, lower back to your child's pose. And then come back into downward facing dog. Head and neck relaxed. Just taking your feet a little wider apart here as you inhale now. Lift up with your right hand, bring your gaze up towards that right hand. Continue to let your heels drawing down in towards your mat. And then as you exhale, take that right hand to your left ankle. If the ankle isn't available to you, taking it to your shin, to your calf, or maybe even to your thigh. Bring your gaze underneath that left armpit. As you exhale, twisting a little deeper here. And release, come back to your downward facing dog. Next inhale, left arm lifts, bringing your gaze up towards that hand. And as you exhale, left hand comes to right ankle. Again, if the ankle isn't available to you, you can take your shin, your calf, or maybe your thigh, bringing your gaze underneath your right armpit. Heels drawing down, grounding through your right hand. As you exhale, twisting a little deeper. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Gently, lightly, walk your feet in between your hands. As you inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, fold forward, taking a nice deep forward fold here. You can bring a bend into your knees and maybe even pop your chest on top of your thighs. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Feel that nice tension release in your back, letting go. Come into stillness now as you inhale, slowly rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. Big inhale at the top, sweeping your hands up above your head, palms come to touch. Find length, take a gentle back bend. And then as you exhale, hinge from your hips, lead with your chest fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat, crown of the head reaches forward, hands extending down towards the ground. Exhale, plant those hands down onto your mat, step both feet back into your high plank. Heels pushing away from you here. Engage through your core, shoulders stacked over elbows over wrists. As you inhale, just roll forward a little more. Drop down to your knees. Elbows into your sides, keep your chest lifted as you lower all the way down. Inhale, coming into your cobra. Pushing the mat away with your hands. Again, chest lifts, shoulders drawing away from your ears, find some ease. Tuck your toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Again, just come to step your feet in between your hands. As you inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep those hands back up above your head, palms come to touch. Find length, maybe take a gentle back bend. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, plant the hands back down on your mat, step or jump your feet back into your high plank. And flow through full chaturanga, or again knees chest chin, the option is yours. If flowing through full chaturanga, elbows into sides, lowering down to your low plank. Push through the tops of your feet. As you inhale, upward facing dog, thighs lifted, or you can take cobra with your thighs on the mat. Big breath in, and then exhale, tuck toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Taking a few deep cleansing breaths here. Before coming into our three-legged dog, so right leg lifts, foot flexed. And then stacking your hips on top of one another now. So bend at the right knee, and you want to feel like that right hip is stacked on top of your left hip. Maybe bring your gaze underneath your left armpit, really grounding through those hands, pushing your mat away from you. Breathing in, and as you exhale, right knee sweeps towards your nose. Round through your upper back, push your mat away with your hands. Inhale, push back, three-legged dog. Exhale, sweep that knee back towards your nose. And then with control, come to plant your right foot down in between your hands. So there's an option here to come into a high lunge or a low lunge. Again, the option is yours. You can drop down to that left knee if you'd like. Coming onto the fingertips as you inhale. Just lift forward through your chest, breathe into that space. And wherever you are now, high or low lunge, taking both hands, swooping them up above your head. Again, palms come to touch. Finding length. Maybe taking another gentle back bend. Left hand then comes down to your mat, to the inside of your right foot. As you inhale, right hand reaches up towards the sky. Bring your gaze towards the thumb of your right hand. So if you're in your high lunge here, you still want to be really strong through your left leg, pushing that heel away from you. Your right knee should be stacked over your right ankle in whichever variation you've taken. Exhale, release. Right hand comes to the inside of your right foot. This time, left hand lifts as we twist the opposite way. Rotate that left shoulder blade down and towards your spine. And maybe take that left hand, bringing it in a bind around your back to your left thigh, opening deeper. Use your breath. Remember, you can always drop down to that knee. Bringing your left hand back to your mat now. As you inhale, find some length. Open through the chest. As you exhale, straighten out through your right leg. And then pivoting on your feet, walking your hands towards your left. We're coming into our wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, take a forward fold. As you inhale, lift through your chest back flat here. Really reaching the crown of your head forward again. Take your hands, interlace them behind your back. Squeezing your shoulder blades and the palms of your hands together here as well. The heels of your hands. Find that length, and as you exhale, with control, hinge forward from your hips. Again, you can keep a bend in the knee if that feels good for you in this position. Maybe play with your weight distribution. Pop it into the balls of your feet and just notice the difference that makes. Really allow your arms to fall back over your head. Bringing both hands down to your mat, coming onto your fingertips again as you inhale, find length through your spine. And then taking your left hand to your right foot, reach up with your right hand. Bring your gaze up towards that right hand. Taking the twist. With every inhale, finding length, and with every exhale, twisting a little deeper. Right hand comes back down to your mat. We're going to transition straight into our Skandasana side lunge here. So dropping down to that right knee, left foot flexes. As you inhale, reach your left hand over your head. So if you feel like your right heel is really lifted in this position, you can take that block or that book and pop it underneath if that feels good for you. You really want to try and get your heel so that it's flat on your mat. Breathing into the side body. Exhale. Left hand comes back down, pivoting on both feet now. So they're facing 12 o'clock, drop down to that left knee, and we're coming straight into our half split. So again, taking those blocks, having them handy at all times. If you want to bring them by either side, popping the hands onto those blocks. As you inhale, lift through your chest. Right foot is flexed, toes pointing towards the ceiling. You can tuck the back toes under, or you can have the top of your foot pushing into your mat. Again, chest lifts, find a length through your spine, breathe in. And as you exhale, just allow those sit bones to relax. Dropping them a little more towards your heel. Feeling the stretch through your right hamstring. Now you can either remain here, or maybe come into your full split if that's available to you. Staying here for 3 more breaths. Continue to find length through your spine. Continue to allow your bottom, your sit bones to relax. And come to tuck the left toes under now. See if you can sweep that right foot straight back, come back into your downward facing dog. And just pedal those legs out, connect back to your breath in this position, take these moments of active recovery. Take an inhale through your nose as you come up onto your tiptoes. As you exhale, sigh everything out. Draw your heels back down towards your mats. On your next inhale now, left leg lifts. Come back to your 3-legged dog, foot flexed. Then bend at the knee. So your left hip is stacked on top of your right hip this time. Again, spreading those fingers wide, bring your gaze underneath your left armpit. Big breath in. As you exhale, sweep your left knee towards your nose, round through your upper back. Press that mat away with your hands. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Again, as you exhale, sweep that knee forward. Knee comes to nose. And then plant your left foot down in between your hands. So again, we're coming into our lunge here. The option is yours to take the high or the low lunge. As you inhale, lift through your chest. And then whichever option you've taken, sweeping those hands up above your head. Palms come to touch, finding that length. Maybe taking a gentle back bend. Right hand comes down to your mat, to the inside of your left foot. Reaching up with your left hand. Rotating, roll that left shoulder blade down and towards your spine, open through your chest. And come back to your breath. If the mind is starting to wander, bring it back. Let the thoughts pass, let them be, let them go. Swapping hands around now, left hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Right hand reaches up. Remember, you want that left knee to be stacked over your left ankle. You want your right heel to be really pushing away, strong and active. And then maybe take that right hand Wrap it in a bind around your back to your left thigh. Right hand comes back towards your mat. Both hands on the inside of your left foot. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, straighten out through that left leg. Pivoting on both feet. Moving your hands towards your right. Exhale, fold forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, come onto your fingertips. Find some length through your spine. Really reach forward through the crown of your head. Hands interlaced behind your back. Again, the palms of your hands, the heels of your hands squeezing together. Shoulder blades squeezing together. You want to be active and strong in this position. As you exhale now again, hinge from your hips. Lead with your chest, fold forward. Allow your head, your neck to relax. Again, playing with that weight distribution, maybe pop it into the balls of your feet. Notice any subtle differences you can feel in your body. Stay connected to the internal. And release. Hands come down to the mat, back onto your fingertips. Inhale, find length through your spine. Take your right hand to your left ankle this time. As you inhale, lift that left hand up above your head, gazing up towards it. With each inhale, continue to find length through your spine. With each exhale, twist deeper. That left upper arm bone really rotates back. Your right shoulder really rotates forward. Left hand comes back down towards your mat. And we're dropping straight into our Skandasana. So again, dropping down into that left knee. Right foot flexes this time. Reach overhead with your right hand. Again, you may be popping a block underneath the left heel if that feels good for you. Keep the right foot flexed, deepening the stretch. And release, right hand comes back down. Pivoting on both legs now. Feet come to face 12 o'clock, drop down to your right knee. We're coming straight back into our half split. Left foot flexes. Sit bones draw towards your heels. Again, you can keep the toes of that right foot tucked under, or you can push down through the top of your right foot. Inhale, come onto fingertips, chest lifts, or take your books or your blocks, whichever feels best for you. Continue to flex through that left foot. Maybe just close down through your eyes for a moment. Observe how your breath is feeling in your body now. Notice the difference from when we first started the practice. See if you can maybe steady that breath out. Equal breaths in and equal breaths out. And release. Coming back onto your hands. Sweep that left foot back. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. And again, just taking a few moments here. Lengthen out through your spine. Draw your heels down towards your mat. Lengthen through your hamstrings, through your calves. Allow your chest to fold towards your thighs. And then lightly come to walk those feet back in between your hands. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Again, exhale, fold forward. Next, inhale, rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. Sweep both hands up above the head. Palms come to touch, find length. Again, taking a gentle back bend here. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. So on your next inhale now, we're going to come straight into our chair pose, Utkatasana. Dropping those sit bones low, reaching your hands forward. Weight into your heels here. Shoulders drop away from your ears, find ease. So there's an option to remain here in your chair, keep those sit bones low, or come to ankle to knee. Popping weight into that left foot, take your right ankle, pop it on top of your left thigh. Hands come to heart center. Continue to find length through your spine, through your neck, and through the crown of your head. Another variation, maybe taking a twist. Twisting to your right, see if you can hook your left elbow around the outside of that right knee. Whichever variation you're in, stay connected to your breath. Drop those sit bones a little more. Use the power of your breath to help in your concentration, to aid you. Exhale, release. Folding forward. Unravel that right knee if you were in ankle to knee. Coming straight into our standing split. Right leg lifts. Folding down your left leg. So you want your standing leg to be strong here, but the joint in your knee soft, it doesn't need to be locked out. Continue to try and lift that right leg a little bit higher. Slowly bending at your right knee, coming back into your chair or back into your ankle to knee, the option is yours. Dropping those sit bones low. Again, maybe taking another twist. Exhale, release. Come back into your standing split. You should feel this in your left glute now. I certainly can. Try to lift that right leg a little higher. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, step the right foot back behind you, pivoting slightly on that right foot. As you inhale, rising up strong into your warrior one. Hips squaring towards the front of your mat. You want your left hip to be stacked over, your left knee to be stacked over your left ankle. Reaching here. Inhale as you exhale. Pivot slightly more on the right foot, open straight into warrior two. Gaze on the middle finger of that left hand. So come into your alignment for a second. You want the heel of that left foot to be in line with the center of your back foot. As you inhale now, reach forward, flip your left hand. As you exhale, bring that left hand back overhead into your reverse warrior. Right hand can come all the way down your right thigh. Keep the bend in your left knee. Breathe in. Exhale back to warrior two. Again, inhale, reach forward, flip the left hand. Exhale, come back, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, flip reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to warrior two. One more time, inhale, reach forward, flip that hand. Exhale, come back, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in that left knee, breathe into your left side body. Exhale, cartwheel both hands all the way to your mat. Sweep your left foot back, downward facing dog. Again, head, neck relaxed. Feel free to take a few breaths in child's pose here. Drawing those knees wide, big toes coming to touch. Allowing your chest to melt towards your mat. Forehead or chin relaxing. Again, focus on steadying that breath out. Equal breaths in, equal breaths out. Grounding back down through your hands, come to tuck your toes under, lift your bottom up and back downward facing dog. And to step both feet back in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep both hands up, above the head, palms come to touch. Finding length, taking your back bend. Again, exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. On your next inhale, come back into your chair pose, Utkatasana, sit bones drop low. Hands reaching in front of you, shoulders dropped. Sparking those fingers, weight into your heels, drop your sit bones a little lower. Almost like you're sitting back into a chair in this position. And again, there's the option to remain here or come back to your ankle to knee. So grounding, creating that really strong foundation through your right foot. Take your left foot, pop it on top of your right thigh. Sit bones continue to drop. Remain here or come to your chair, come to your twist, Hands to heart center, twisting to your left, taking that right elbow, hook it around the outside of your left knee. Really push your palms together. Exhale, release. Fold forward. Hands come down to your mat. Left leg then extends up towards the sky, coming into your standing split. Folding forward. Chest coming towards your right thigh. Again, your head, your neck relaxed. Inhale, coming back into your chair or your ankle to knee. Find length through your spine, through the crown of your head. Maybe taking that twist again, the option is yours. Exhale, release, fold forward, come back into your standing split. Left leg lifts. Again, standing leg strong here, but the joint in that knee soft. As you exhale, folding deeper. One last big breath in, and as you exhale, step your left foot back. The foot angled out ever so slightly, right foot facing 12 o'clock as you inhale, lifting up into your warrior one. Pelvis neutral in this position, so just lift the front of your pelvis as your tailbone drops. Reaching those hands, drop your shoulders. Right knee stacked over right ankle. And you want to be grounding through all corners of both of your feet, so you don't want the outer edge of your back foot lifting. Keep that grounding down. Inhale. Exhale, pivot now on your back foot, open straight into your warrior two. Drop the shoulders, gaze on the middle finger of that front hand. As you inhale, reach forward, flip the right hand, exhale, come over into your reverse warrior. Left hand reaching down the back of your left leg. Breathe into that space in your right side body, keep the bend in your right knee. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Inhale again, reach forward, flip the hand, exhale, bring it back overhead, reverse warrior. Breathe in, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, exhale, come back overhead. Linking your breath to your movement, inhale, exhale, warrior two, keep the bend in the knee, inhale, reach forward, exhale, bring it back overhead. Inhale, Exhale, cartwheel, both hands, frame that right foot, step back into your downward facing dog. And again, just maybe taking some breaths in child's pose, knees wide, big toes to touch, chest melts into your mat. Again, focus on steadying that breath out. Equal breaths in and equal breaths out. Know that you have the ability to calm that breath, to steady that breath. And that breath in turn has the ability to calm and steady you. Into an all fours position now. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. We're going to come into our camel pose. So from your all fours, just coming up into a full kneeling position. So you want your hips, your knees to be hip distance apart. As always, long through your spine, engage through your core here, supporting your back. Take your hands to your sacrum, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Big breath in. As you exhale, just gently start to bend backwards. You can keep your chin lifted. Really project forward through your heart space, shining it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, gently come out of your camel. Sit bones to heels, reach those hands in front of you, take a breath in child's pose. Come back into your camel for the second time. Knees hip distance apart. Inhale, roll shoulders up, back. Exhale as you roll them down. Hands to your sacrum. Find length, engage through your core, and then come into your back bend. And if you feel you want to take it a little bit further and you know it's comfortable for you within your practice, take your right hand down to your right heel, your left hand down to your left. Pushing up through your heart space, through your hips. Opening through the whole of the front of your body in this position. Remembering to breathe. And breathe into those spaces. Into the hips, into your chest. Into the newfound openness. Take your hands back towards your sacrum. Gently come out of the position. Again, taking child's pose, sit bones to heels, hands reaching in front of you, counteracting that back bend. Popping some weight back into your hands now, tuck your toes under, lift your bottom up and back to your downward facing dog. Again, finding length through your spine, stretching out. It should feel really good after those back bends. Allow your head, your neck to relax. And then lightly walk your feet in between your hands. And just taking a forward fold, exhale, fold forward. Bringing a bend into the knees. Just allow your chest to lie on top of your thighs, of your knees here. Take a sway, rock from side to side. stillness. Just toe heel your feet a little wider now. Feet turned out, toes turned out, and drop your sit bones all the way down, coming into our yogi squat. Hands come to heart center again as you inhale, find length through the spine, shoulder blades draw down. Elbows push in towards your knees, close down through your eyes. Just reflect back upon the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. And then lowering all the way down onto your mat. Taking the soles of your feet together here. Just wiggle your legs out to either side. Before coming to stillness. And we're going to come straight into our double pigeon now. So double pigeon or square, as some of you might know it. So again, just make sure that your blocks or your books are to hand if you have them. So you want to start coming almost into a cross-legged position, but your feet aren't tucked under the opposite leg. So both legs should be facing, you want the shins of both legs to be facing the front of your mat, parallel to the front of your mat. So starting with your right leg in front of you. So in this position, you can either stay here, or if you want to take the position a little bit deeper, taking that right leg, popping that foot on the crease of your opposite knee. So only taking this position if this feels comfortable to you. If it does feel comfortable, you feel like this right knee is lifted, you can pop a block underneath there to support. And equally, you can pop a block underneath the opposite knee to support there. So remaining here, foot on top of knee. Move the fleshy part of your bottom away. As you inhale, find lift, find length. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips. So again, the movement is in the hinging of your hips. You want your spine to be as long as possible. Leading with your chest, come to fold forward. As far forward as feels comfortable for you in this moment. Keep those sit bones drawing towards your mat or the earth beneath you. Keep hold of that sense of grounding down. And just equally allow them to relax. Allow your chest to relax. And again, in these moments of stillness, allow your mind to relax, sinking as deeply as you can. With every single exhale, continue allowing your body to let go and to surrender into the support beneath you. And then slowly popping that weight back into your hands, easing back out of this position, lifting through the upper half of your body. Taking your right hand to your left knee, left hand comes behind your back. Inhale, find lift. Exhale, bring your gaze behind you, taking a nice twist here. And come back to center. Hands come behind your back. Let your feet fall out in front of you and just windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. Feel that release. before we come to repeat on the opposite side now. So left leg in front. Again, both legs, so both shins parallel towards the front of your mat. Again, just making sure that you're not in a cross-legged position, so you don't want the feet to be tucked underneath, you don't want the heels tucked under, you just want them parallel, remaining here. And if this is comfortable for you, you want to take it a little bit deeper, take that left foot, pop it on top of your right knee. Again, if you feel like the knee is lifted here, you can pop a block underneath it just to create a bit more support for yourself. Moving that fleshy part of your bottom away. As you inhale, find some length. As you exhale, hinge from those hips. Spine long, leading with your chest. Walk your hands out in front of you. And when you've reached your final expression of this position, just really allowing yourself to relax, to melt deeper. So in these more yin-based postures, we're working more on the connective tissues. So we really need our muscles to be relaxed so we can work into that fascia. So continue allowing the sit bones, the bottom to relax. Allowing your chest, your shoulders to drop, to melt forward. Allowing your mind to relax. Those thoughts, those stories that come again in these moments of stillness. Acknowledge them, accept them, and just let them pass. Let them go. Relax those sit bones a little bit more. Continue letting go, continue softening and melting. And then again, popping that weight back into the palms of your hands, coming back into a seated position. Inhale, lift both hands up above your head. Exhale, left hand comes to that right knee. Right hand comes behind your back. Find some length. And as you exhale, bring your gaze behind you, taking a twist. Come back to center. Both hands coming behind your back now. Feet come out in front of you. Windscreen wide, put those legs side to side. And then just come into a cross-legged position for a second here, keeping your hands where they are. Pushing forward onto your knees. Hips push forward. Bending back slightly. Exhale, release, come all the way. Back down onto your bottom. Legs extending out in front of you now, hands down by your sides, come onto your forearms. And lower all the way down onto your mat. Close down through your eyes. Feet fall out to either side. Palms face up towards the ceiling. And from the crown of your head, all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Allow each and every part of you to soften. The muscles around your eyes, around your mouth. Your shoulders, allow them to drop. to melt into the mat beneath you. Allow your chest, your tummy, your hips to fall. Allow your thighs, your knees, your calves and shins to ease and fall out to either side. Your ankles and feet doing the same. Allow your breathing to soften. The rise, the fall of your belly to become a little more shallow. As each and every part of you surrenders into our final resting position, Shavasana. Now you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like, or you can maybe start to bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Draw your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a tight squeeze. Roll over to your right side, and keeping your eyes closed in your own time, come up to a seated position. And just bring your hands to your heart center. Take a big breath in, roll those shoulders up, back, down again. So just take a moment to check back in with yourself, to observe how you're feeling now, physically, mentally, emotionally. Notice whether anything has shifted for you from when we started the practice. Come back to the intention that you set yourself at the beginning. Reflect back upon that and maybe think about how you can take that intention with you into your evening, day, week, weekend ahead. And take one final moment to really appreciate and acknowledge yourself for taking the time out of your day to connect back to yourself, to give back to yourself and your body that, as always, works so hard for you every single day. One last big breath in through your nose. Exhale, bowing your head chin to chest.